Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and somebody sent me this logo, and they kind of requesting not to trace it, even though it traces quite well, or this part doesn't, but this part does. Of course, the text never does, and that can be reduplicated. He wants to draw it from scratch. And the good thing about this type work is I'm going to hit P and put it in the center of the page. I am going to see how big this is, and it's a little over 2, so I'm going to make my nudge factor 3 inches because I'm going to want to nudge it out of the way. The Bezier tool might be the best, but I don't ever use it, so I'm going to use the 3-point curve. The good thing about a logo like this, you only have to draw half of it. So I'm going to go from about right to there and give a little bit of a curve. Then I'm going to go right there and give a little bit of a curve. Don't have to be perfect right now. Go down here and give a little bit of a curve. Just long as you're semi-close to the shape, you don't have to worry about it too much. And like I said, you only have to do half of it, because then that's why I put it in the center of the page, so we're gonna show you that in just a second. And I'm just using the 3-point curve line and getting it close. And I did particularly pretty good. But then you can take your nodes. I moved it, so I'm going to move it back. See, I'm having trouble with the bitmap. There we go. Now take your nodes and, just kind of round them a little bit. Maybe move this one down and round that a little bit. Round that one a little bit more. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because just so he'll get the idea. And I'm pretty good. And then you could actually do things like delete a node and see if that works, and that worked. And then you could take your handles and kind of move them around. So I'm quite happy with it right now. I am going to, well, I guess I actually have to finish this other part. So get your 3-point curve line again and snap to that node and then go to about halfway and then get that. And then I would definitely, and see when you do that, it does join the nodes. And you can take that and do like right there. Maybe put that up a little bit. Anyway, we're good. So now I'm going to take our logo and I'm going to nudge it out of the way 3 inches, and this is what we have. Now I'm going to control D to duplicate it, and while holding down the control button, I'm going to get the 2-sided arrow. And you can kind of see that it doesn't match, but if you take that node right there, start moving it, hold down the control button, it'll match it. Now, we're going to be a little bit off. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the virtual segment delete key and delete those 2 lines. And once again, I'm not taking a lot of time. It could probably be in the middle a little bit better. But then we need to join those nodes for sure. So the blue line is connected. I'm going to hold down the shift key and get the other line where I've got both nodes. I'm going to select both nodes and go to Windows, Dockers, Join Curves, and it joined those 2 nodes. And then at that time, you can see what happens if we delete that node. It makes it pretty round. Now we need to do the same thing there, join those 2 nodes. That one looks like it's joined, but we need to join these 2 nodes. So see, the blue one is selected. I'm going to hold down the shift key and get the red one, select them both and hit apply. And then I can probably delete that node. And when I'm deleting that node, I'm getting a better round, better than you can do with your hand. So shift key to select both of them, apply, and that looks pretty good. So then what you do, I think this, for some reason, those nodes right there look like they need to be joined. And we're good to go. And then you could still play with it a little bit. You don't want to play with it too much because then it would be off from the other side. Now we're going to take it and it's pretty small, so we're only going to make it like 4 points. And if 4 points isn't enough, 5 and 6 isn't on there, so we're just going to type in 6, turn it black. Whoop, I left click. I need to right click black, turn it black. It's a little bit off, but that's the good start. So stay tuned for part 2, and we're going to draw this, which is much easier. Hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.